Have you ever met a guy who seems confident, but something feels off? Maybe he talks a little too much about his achievements. Maybe he jokes about himself before anyone else can. Or maybe he avoids eye contact, but then suddenly tries to dominate the room. Here's the truth most people miss. Low male self-esteem rarely looks like insecurity. It often disguises itself as arrogance, sarcasm, even indifference. And if you don't know the signals, you'll completely misread what's really happening underneath. Let's break it down. First signal, he constantly seeks validation, but subtly. He doesn't directly ask, "Am I good enough?" Instead, he fishes for reassurance. He'll humble brag. He'll mention who texted him. He'll exaggerate stories just enough to get a reaction. It looks like confidence, but it's actually hunger. A man with solid self-esteem doesn't need applause. A man with low self-esteem survives on it. Second signal, he overreacts to small criticism. You tease him lightly and he goes quiet, or defensive, or suddenly cold. That's not moodiness. That's a fragile identity protecting itself. When someone feels secure, feedback is information. When someone feels insecure, feedback feels like an attack. And here's where it gets deeper. Sometimes low self-esteem doesn't show as loud behavior. It shows as withdrawal. Third signal, he avoids taking risks that might expose him. He won't approach the woman he likes. He won't apply for the job he wants. He won't speak up when he disagrees. Why? Because if he never tries, he never has to confirm his worst fear. I'm not enough. And this is the hidden core of low male self-esteem. It's not about thinking you're worthless. It's about fearing you'll be exposed as inadequate. Now, here's the twist most people don't expect. Some of the most alpha-acting men, the loudest in the room, the ones constantly asserting dominance, are often compensating. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't crumble under pressure. It doesn't need to prove. Low self-esteem, on the other hand, is always performing, either performing superiority or performing invisibility. So what's the takeaway? If you recognize these patterns in yourself, good. Awareness isn't weakness, it's the beginning of power. Because confidence isn't built by pretending. It's built by doing hard things, surviving them, and realizing you didn't break. And that's the difference. One man performs strength, the other develops it. Which one do you want to become?